All right. First of all, I want to just congratulate you on a fantastic sold out UK tour. I mean, you done 6 cities, I do believe it was, and it culminated in that show at Brixton O2 Academy on Sunday. What a performance. I've seen you many times, but trust me, that show there, Chronixx, that show there.
Yeah, man, it was a great experience for me, it kind of revealed to us that there's a great way to go with the music, far very far way to go, So I feel like I'm in the beginning stages still, but at a very interesting place in the beginning stages. Yeah.
All right, so like 5,000 people rocking, chanting, dancing, mashing down Brixton Academy. Like, that's one of the iconic venues in London that many have passed through before. And to see you sell it out on your first time performing there, like, what did that feel like for you?
Well, I mean, London has always been a special place, From the first time I performed here, I kind of knew it was going to be a long-lasting relationship between, myself and the people here, And I know that it wasn't before long, you know, until, it all become growing to a family affair, like.
Let's talk some music now because you've been constantly releasing the singles. Like you've given us quality over quantity. So there's been a nice steady flow, and now we're gonna finally see the release of the debut album Chronology, June the 30th.
Yeah, yeah, I'm very hyped about that and very, very excited and nervous, because, this is like one of the most serious body of work, I've ever engaged myself in, and to know that you have to share it with everybody else, I'm just nervous to see how people will react to the different kinds of music that we presented on this project, It's a nice project. I enjoy making the project and I enjoy the songs all the time. I've been listening it now for a few months, and I really enjoy spending time with the music before I share it with everybody else, And because in the past I have done music where I do it and it's out right away, And so it's always nice to experience something different for a change. So yeah, it's a great vibes.
Many that have said that you could have put out an album like 2 3 years ago with the number of hit singles you had out. Like what's the main reasoning behind you waiting until you release like 4 years down the line for you to release the debut album?
Well, I think for me, you see, my perception of album or what I would want my album to be is not really just a hit single with some other songs or you know put all the songs that are popular together on a CD or whatever. To me, is a album is like an album, like an album, like where you get photo, like a photo album, then where you walk through a series of memories and a series of emotions and a series of visions and visualizations, and yeah, I just do the audio aspect of that, like I felt like I needed to live a little and experience a little before I got into making an album. So now I've experienced quite a few things as a musician, as a human being, as a spiritual youth, coming out of Jamaica and all of these things. As a Jamaican, as an African, I experience different things, and I feel like I've seen and felt enough to now, share my experiences as a musician with people. So this is what this project is, like it have a little bit more growth and a little bit more experience than previous projects, and I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited. Yeah, I had a lot of fun and thing working on it. So hopefully, no matter, to me right now, it no matter. I reach a stage where I'm ready to put it out. As nervous as I am, I'm ready to let it go and to take on the new phase of music.
All right, and there's been like people have actually said to me like, the album's gonna win a Grammy, and I watched you on stage on Sunday, and you made a speech, and you was like, Bob Marley never win a Grammy, Dennis Brown never win a Grammy, he never sell platinum nor gold, but they got their great music, and I want to hear your thoughts about why you said something like that.
Well, I mean, it's just always to reinstate and to reaffirm in the hearts of young musicians, talented musicians, to not get sidetracked and too caught up in becoming popular and whatever. The truth to everything is to be the best that you can, So that is the main thing where we are trying to focus on in a them time, because we living in a very modern world where certain things have obviously is not as meaningful as they were before. Certain accolades and certain thing where it's really them things really, as much as they do show the appreciation of the industry and the fans and everybody, it also is just a lot of it is status and popularity and sensationalism. As Rasta musician and as Jamaican musician who are a part of a music that was never anything that is overly mainstream or anything that was ever pop music in the world. I mean, the reggae sound has always been a part of pop music, but for we, it's not really about the popularity and the XYZ. Them things they're nice, I can tell you. It's nice to have 500 people, 1,000 people, 50,000 people, 5,000, 10,000. It's good to watch yourself grow and to feel appreciated for what you do. But appreciation comes in many different packages, not just in the form of an award or whatever. I know everybody I go like we, still we irie. Come in no love likes, in a dancehall style. I know everybody I go like, still me irie. Cause we no love likes, no. So every time I rise, we do it for the love, and I do it for the life.
Well, basically, what you're saying to me is that you do it for the love, not for the likes.
Yeah, do it for the love, because love is the greatest reward that you can get from the people, because people will give you a Grammy and forget that they gave it to you, but when somebody give you them love, they'll never forget, so, yeah, man.
And that song, Do It for the Likes, like, that was one of those tunes that countless amount of people I can see now posting it on their Instagram, posting it on their Facebook, posting it on all their social media, because right now, like, do it for the love, not for the likes. You have a lot of stupidness going on in the world. You have people that are trying to just be sensational and doing it for likes. So for you to write a song like that, like, what was the real true inspiration behind it?
Well, true, as the song says, like I try to keep my music very simple and straight to it, where the song start by saying not everybody is going to like you, but personally I don't love likes, I love love. I don't really love likes. So you can't watch likes, because even people who don't like you will have to love you if you're doing the right thing, because love is the most powerful thing, and love is, as much as we have to cultivate love still Love is not dependent on our cultivation. Love will find a way to happen even with or without you, you know. Love has been here before us and love will be here after all of us, you know. So I'm an agent of love. I'm a person who go around and try to create love within people and, you know, cultivate love within people and within my environment and all of these things, yeah.
All right, that's greatness. Want to talk briefly about, you know, just performed on the Jools Holland show live on national television. What was that like for you?
Well, as I always said, it's always good to have people listening because that's one of the purpose behind the music is to somehow get it to the right people and whenever it goes out to such a large number of people, the chances of it going to the right people increase, you know. So and this music is meant for everybody, you know. Our music that we do as young Jamaican musicians in Jamaica, the music that you hear coming from Kelissa, music that you hear coming from Runkus and Dre Island and, you know, Kabaka Pyramid and Keznamdi, is music that we create for the world, you know. We don't really just do it for ourselves or for just for friends alone. We do it so that many people can be touched by it, you know. So, I mean, I personally enjoy, you know, having a lot of people listening to the music, you know. I don't mind that. I love it just as much as playing it for my friends, you know.
Briefly, I want to touch on another one of your passions, which is football. Because we had a ball game last week, and you know, it was a draw, but it was a good game. We could have won, but I say it go. But your team Arsenal, they've just announced that, you know, Mr. Wenger has signed for 2 more years. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't want you to look at it as my team as if a ownership thing. You know? I just really enjoy watching Arsenal play a lot of the times. Not every time, a lot of the times, and you know, I still go to Manchester United games. I still go to all the games, you know. But you know, Arsenal, I love the philosophy, and I like Arsene Wenger's philosophy. You know, he's a fighter, and in life, sometimes you have to choose something to fight for and fight for it. You know, you can't fight for everything, but you have to choose what means the most to you and work towards it. And you know, I don't know the fine details of the business of the club, which people need to bear that in mind. That you know, I'm not a fan of football business. I just like the sport and I like how Arsenal play. I like the we call it possessive football and knocking the ball around, very rhythmic, you know. And you know, for that reason, I also like to watch Barcelona. I like the patterns and the angles, and you know, it's really, yeah, the movement. It's very rhythmic and it's very nice. It reminds me of music, and you know, I like that about the club. So everybody can find me at any given time supporting Arsenal because I like that about the club. But you know, football is a business, and with business comes politics and all of them things. So you know, any card can draw at any time. You know?
And you went to the cup final, saw them lift the FA Cup, beat Chelsea. Like, I'm a Liverpool fan, and I'll be honest, I lived in London all my life, and I never see my team lift up a cup when I'm there live and direct in person. You was at the iconic Wembley Stadium. I mean, that must have been emotional.
Yeah, man, it was a good presentation. I like the show. You had a brass band that played, you know, to warm up the crowd, and it was very nice. They played James Bond. They also played Nile Rodgers and Pharrell Williams. Then we come too far to give. It was very nice. I like the music, and I like the little fireworks and the production. I like to see production. You know, I like to see, you know, because production is a very ancient thing. You know, yeah, man. Everything that you see is a production. So I like to see good presentation. It's a good football is a show. It's show business. You know, so I went and I watched it. But then for the players, it's more than just a show. It's an art, you know, it's a passion, and it reminds me of music where, you know, for a lot of people it's a show, for the spectators it's a show, and if you don't win, them feel away, You know, if you don't play good, you don't feel away. But for the musicians, the players, you know, it's a passion and it's a thing where it's not always how you'd want it, because a natural thing is your body you use to produce the performance. And it's a nice thing. I like the FA Cup finals. It was a great game. Chelsea played well also, you know, but Arsenal really, I think they deserve to win, you know. So yeah, it felt good.
And being at Wembley Stadium, seeing that stage, seeing the amount of people there, can is that like an ambition of yours maybe to one day perform at the iconic stadium like Wembley Stadium?
Well, it don't matter where for me. Like it don't really matter where. It's really the people that I really care about. It is one of my, I wouldn't say ambitions, but one of my many visions. You know, playing in a stadium at a Chronixx concert. Yeah, for a lot of people. Yeah.
I know you've done the Manchester, the Man City Stadium before, right?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe if not me play, then some of my friends and my children will play in a stadium. Yeah, but somehow, some great Chronixx performance must take place in our stadium one day.
No,
Because
I'm sure last year was it last year or the year before where you performed on a show?
yeah. With the Stone Roses, that was at the Etihad
Yeah, that's
Stadium.
the one.
Yeah, that was nice. That was really good. You know, that was really good. I'll never forget that. You know, but we hope one day to play a Chronixx concert. You know, Chronixx alongside, you know, Kabaka Pyramid and Protege and all of us in a big stadium. Yeah. Yeah, all of us always dream about that, you know, me and Kez and everybody. You know, like 10 tour buses and whatever. And yeah, cause it's nice, you know, like that for me is one of the things that, you know, make music worth doing, you know, knowing that you get to touch a lot of people and leave an imprint in human evolution. So, you know, after you're long gone, that imprint keep creating a pattern and a bigger pattern every time, you know. So, yeah, it's a great thing.
What is your next step after the album's been released and you've promoted it?
Well, you know, my next step is always to, you know, go and listen to myself to hear what next is there to say and what next is there to play, you know. And also I'm looking to do a lot more producing.
Okay.
Yeah,
We know you started out in production.
yeah, I'm looking to do more producing and, you know, tap into that fun side of, you know, my musical self again, you know. A lot of authentic Jamaican productions, you know, and yeah, world music, you know, because I mean, this what you see here on Jools Holland tonight. This has been my musical experience for the past 2 years, where we do a lot of musical events where there's music from all over the world, you know, and I'm heavily impacted by it. You know, I can't pretend as if I'm not. So, you know, I always feel the need to go into studio now and, you know, somehow release all of that which I've learned and soak up, you know.
That's great. And final message for the fans and the people them before you go?
Well, you know, no, we never have no final message, you know. We never have no final message, you know. It's just a vibration of positivity we're sending out to the whole of the youth them, you know. A whole heap of vibration, you know, vibrations of positivity and upliftment and, you know, progress and evolution and, you know, all of them great things, love and respect and, you know, growth for all of the communities them, for the young youth them, for the young musicians, for the young creatives, you know, more and more growth and more evolution and progress, you know, more and more progress. That we are trying to send out to the youth them right now, progress. So in whatever you choose to do in life, you know, progress. And not just your personal progress, but the progress of human life. You know, so them energies that we are sending out.